getting on here, gonna do a little recap of this past weekend. It's crazy, wild, I don't know what you want to call it. It was just a disaster of a weekend at NPK, man. It was amazing. We got done exactly as much as we did. So just want to take some of y'all's questions, kind of explain a little bit. Haven't done a recap yet this year, so there's obviously some new stuff that's going on a little bit, especially on Friday nights. So maybe we'll go over the grade 8 a little bit, talk about the point structure. I don't know, there's not many rule changes or anything, so wait for a few more people to get on here and we'll get started. Y'all can fire away your questions whenever you're ready, but I'm sure y'all seen online it was a crazy weekend at NPK. Hi Karen, how are you doing tonight? If y'all don't mind, go ahead and give this live a thumbs up and share it. Get some more of our fam on here. Y'all take this time to thank you. I can't say it enough. We are over 21,000, real close to 22,000 subscribers. So Vito, the point standing so far, I did post those to my page. So if you go to your home page or to my channel and go to the community tab, you can see the post. And I do have a spreadsheet going this year of the points. That's something I definitely wanted to do last year, but just got into it a little bit too late. So currently right now, Jerry Bird is your points leader, Team NOLA. And then lone second place is Kai Kelly. Kai, that was a pretty big upset in the second round. Kai went out. So tied for third right now in points is a three-way tie. Ryan Martin, Scott Taylor, and Robin Roberts. So David asks, is Prenup killed? No, Prenup is alive. Justin Swanstrom is killing it with content right now. That was absolutely horrific. This week, I tried changing it up a little bit. I was at the finish line instead of the 3:30. It's a little windy out here, but actually y'all are looking at the Atlantic Ocean here behind me. You can't see it right now because it's dark, but the beach is literally right there. We're obviously, I was in the toter with Scott Taylor, who I work for now. A lot of you know that. And we came straight from the last track, left the very next morning, Monday morning, and came to New England Dragway. So that's why I didn't get live right away. We actually came to a little restaurant here on the beach. But thank you very much, Vito. Appreciate that. Like I was saying, Justin Swanstrom is keeping everyone updated on his page. If y'all haven't yet, follow him on all of the social medias. They are killing it on the car right now. It's still Tuesday, right? I'm losing track of days. Yeah, because it was weird having a race on Sunday, but Tuesday night, and the car caught fire Friday night. They didn't even leave until Saturday afternoon. Big props to Justin and the whole Swan gang, his dad, the team. They were all out there Saturday when everyone came back, and they were entertaining. They were throwing out popsicles and merchandise and all kinds of stuff, man. Just huge show of sportsmanship, and how much of a showman he is. So I know some of y'all are Swan gang fans on here. Others may not be, but that's okay. Y'all are entitled to your opinion, but truthfully, Justin is killing it. The car, they got a motor back in it already. I seen they got a new quarter panel on it. They were setting a new front cap on it today, getting it fitted. So yeah, that's huge, man. They are they are well on their way to getting back here and being at this next race, which is absolutely incredible. Yeah, Miller family says Justin's video of the wreck is great. It was, I mean, that's part of you know, being a showman and having a YouTube channel, is having all those cameras going. And absolutely, I mean, it's not just Pilgrim's cameras on his car. He has his own cameras on there, and you catch some insane things. Obviously that was something unforeseen. It was supposed to just be another pass, you know, and obviously it wasn't, and he was able to capture all that. Just crazy turn of events. So basically, here's a little summary of what had happened. There's quite a few people on here now. Friday was off and on rain. It would sprinkle, and then they'd dry the track, and then we'd get ready to race, and then it'd rain again. And it got to the point where racing typically starts at like 5 on a typical Friday night, and we didn't get started until a little bit later. Well, they decided to start with the small tire cars first, and I think it was the second pair down for small tire, there was a wreck. And then that was a long hour and a half break. Then there was the second pair after that wreck. There's a fourth pair down the track, another small tire wreck. And then I think it was maybe 3 pairs later, somewhere around there, 3 different small tire wrecks. And they decided to start with the grade 8. After all these delays, they're thinking, you know, we need to get this grade 8 in tonight. And sure enough, Justin Swanstrom and David Adkins were the first pair for the grade 8, the first big tire cars going to go down that track. And if you watch Justin Swanstrom's video, he explains that his dad was out on that track. He said he would not have sent his son down that track if he didn't think it was safe, right? So they really thought everything was going to be okay, and in Justin's defense, he really did make a straight pass. Obviously they had what they believed to be a fuel line that busted, and the fuel ignited on the hot headers, which caused a fireball. And then the right lane, you know, a lot of the locals were saying that there's like a spring that runs under the track right there, and there may have been some water coming up on the track. I did not get confirmation on that, but that could be why Dave Adkins got loose. I'm not saying that is or isn't, but for one reason or another, Dave Adkins got loose and, you know, turned into the left lane, and that caused the chain wreck that I'm sure y'all seen. I have a video of it on my channel. I was at the finish line, which is where the accident occurred. And man, it was that's something that's hard for me as a cameraman, as a YouTuber. I don't want to necessarily, you know, video stuff like that, but obviously it's part of the job, and it's tough to see that, you know, no matter who it is. So that's a little rundown of what happened. They obviously called it there Friday night, and then Saturday they only got like one round of grudges in. They decided to give everyone a grudge. Even the Race Your Way In guys got a grudge. While I'm speaking of Race Your Way In, that is something that's a little bit different this year for NPK. Last year it was 24 people would be, the top 24 in points would be locked in. This year they actually expanded that. It's the top 26 in points is locked in. So that's a little bit different. To go along with that, one of the other big changes, I'm sure that some of y'all have seen with the points, is that it's no longer 5 points per round, it's 10 points per round. And I actually have a video already recorded that I'll be putting out here probably tomorrow or the next day. It goes over the rules a little bit and does discuss the points, but real briefly, basically this year, the first race was not points, which is traditional, but the finals is double points. New for this year, the third to last and second to last race is points and a half. So that's huge. That'll be 15 points per round. So those are going to be 3 huge races for everyone. Doesn't matter if you're in the lead, you can expand your lead, you can run away with it. But if you're up there and you go out early, people are going to make some ground up on you and make it up quick. But I go over that a little bit more detail and go over the weight changes as well. So Steve, welcome to the neighborhood. Gonna be extremely hot this weekend. Yeah, I looked at the weather a couple of days ago and it was supposed to be mid-70s both days. Now it's gonna be mid-70s on Friday, low like 60, and then Saturday goes up to 94. I could not believe it. Like, I guess it's right. That's crazy. Tony asked, what was the fight with Pat and Lizzie all about? Man, it's just some drama from outside of the NPK. Kind of got brought into it. It just so happened that it was during the Justin Swanstrom cleanup. Pat and Dwayne Mills got into a little bit of an argument that got physical there in the staging lanes, and I know Lizzie was a little bit upset about that. I know there's a couple videos out there about that, but I don't know all the details for sure. But yeah, that was definitely another part of the craziness of Friday night. Yeah, you're right. My EFN garage. Ryan Martin was before them and lost it. Yeah, he was in the right lane versus Jerry Bird, you're right. And he got extremely loose when he crossed the finish line in the same spot. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah. Got extremely loose in the right lane, came across into Jerry Bird's lane. Luckily, Jerry had some troubles during the run and was back quite a ways. But he sure did have to get on the brakes there in the shutdown to avoid Ryan. Crazy save, that's for sure. I didn't catch that on my camera at the time. I was live during it, and the footage is not very good. But heck of a job driving by Ryan, that's for sure. Hey ES, how are you guys doing? We'll go ahead and fire out some questions. I'll get to those in a second. But then after all the drama on Friday and Saturday, everyone only got one grudge pass, right? Then we get into Sunday and they started directly with Race Your Way In. There's a lot of questions that I want to get answered on that. Why did losers from Race Your Way In get to be in the Invitational? So there wasn't enough cars to make it a 32 car field because there were so many Race Your Way In pairs. So what they decided to do was take some of the losers and they had a random chip draw. This has happened before. It's not often that it happens, but because there are so many ties right now, or going into this race, there were so many ties for essentially 16th through 32. You can see on the channel, there's just so many Race Your Way In races, right? And only half that amount is going to get in. So there are quite a few more spots that are available after those pairs go down. So yeah, that is why you see some of the guys that had lost got in. It was literally just a random chip draw and they got lucky and got in. So hopefully that covers that. Hey Edward, how's it going? read through some of these comments. Actually in New England already. You're actually looking at the beach right here. We're on the coast. Actually out to dinner tonight. So how bad is Monza's car? I haven't seen a lot of updates about it, but it was a little worse than what some people think it was. When he actually hit the wall in Race Your Way In, he was in the left lane, hit the left wall, just past the finish line, and you could see as he was going down, you can zoom into the video that I have on my channel of it. You can see the front left wheel was wobbling rapidly back and forth. Obviously he had some significant damage to the wheel, the spindle, the A-arm, and the wheel actually snapped off of the spindle and was dragging underneath the car. So I was thinking, I was like, man, well, he's got his new car, hopefully it's close, but at the same time, Justin's car obviously is at the same shop, CJRC, and obviously that's getting a lot of attention to it. So hey, J Ray, how's it going? ES, thank you very much, appreciate that. It was a good weekend for videos, that's for sure. Kent in Mississippi. I'm living in Hattiesburg, actually. Yep, been there for 2 months, getting settled in. So it's a little bit different weather than Southern Illinois and the Midwest, that's for sure. It's just May, and obviously it's in the 90s already there most days. A lot warmer. My boys, obviously they're getting used to the warmer weather. There about a month ago, they were talking in the morning. We'd open the door, and they'd be like, "Oh, I can feel the cold air." Like, no, you can't. It's 70 degrees outside. Anyways, that's just a little bit about that. Appreciate that comment. Just a little bit about the family and what's going on. Michael, this was one slick race, a lot of slipping and sliding. Yes, it was. I'm with a lot of people. I was on the edge of my seat nearly for every pair in the first round. My heart beating, the adrenaline was up. I mean, you're just on edge. You're unsure. You've seen so many wrecks the day before. It was pretty crazy. Hey, John Weaver, glad you could get on, buddy. Appreciate you being a long-time supporter of the channel. Eric K, what is the better day to watch racing for a weekend? Wanting to take my dad, but he can probably only stand one day. Oh, man. I'm gonna have to go with, if you're wanting a full day at Saturday racing is typically from, I'd say 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and usually goes to about, if everything goes smooth, there's not a lot of cleanups or wrecks or accidents or weather, it's usually 10, 11, sometimes 12 at night. And then Fridays, things really don't get started racing if they're not in a big hurry, if there's not a curfew or anything, usually till about 5. So just depends on what kind of day you're after. It's 2 completely different days. Obviously there's not as many people on Friday. Saturday's pretty darn crazy. So appreciate all you guys joining. If you would hit the like button and share it. Clayton asks, is there a way to prevent burning up transmissions with long staging? Tell Scott he rolls. Yeah, I don't I don't think there is, man. That's part of it. It's part of drag racing. You pick your poison with your power adder. Staging is part of the race. You got guys that play that card. It's just part of it. Appreciate the question. Let's see here. Yeah, rapid transit after rain, making them run off the trailer was pretty wild. Not typical, that's for sure. Going right into the into the grade 8, and then they changed their tune pretty quick on Saturday, you know, giving everybody a grudge. Even Raceway in got a grudge. I think that was a good call. Some may argue that. Some may say, hey man, it's no prep, you go out there and you get it. That's fine. But also know people were a part of a pretty crappy show on Friday, and I thought it was, in my opinion, I thought it was a good call because guys weren't having to push the issue, right? You've seen those first two pairs that ran in the grade 8, Ryan, Jerry, and Justin and Dave. They were pushing it to the bitter edge with their cars because it was an elimination round. Not only was there $15,000 on the line, but there was also 20 points for the winner and 10 points for runner-up. Another big change for this year. So they were pressured into an elimination round. Where in the grudge race, I mean, shoot, man, if you miss the tune-up by a little bit and you got to get out of it, no big deal. I thought it was the right call, in my opinion, giving everybody a grudge. Let's see here.
I still can't believe it's summer vacation. I have 4 months off. I have no idea.
Thank you, Eric. Appreciate that. Katie Rocker, what happened to Murder Nova in the first round? Happened to Murder Nova in the first round. He had a good run in Race Your Way In. I know he was up against the wall a little bit. I recall, I think it was the last pair in the first round. So many races. I don't know the details for sure. Rocky, who's the easiest to talk to? There's quite a few. I have my favorites of the pits that I walk into, that's for sure. Up there on the list, Scott Taylor, super easy to talk to. Now that's the bias side of me coming out. Nola, obviously, being a part of STM, Nola has become family. That was a huge part of that, was actually being at America's List and being in the same campground and not just going racing, but obviously living and going out to eat and just hanging out and just getting to know everyone. So Nola's definitely a huge camp. I'm sure y'all can tell that in my pit tours. A lot more comfortable there. But not to say that I'm uncomfortable in anyone's pit, but I do have some guys that closer with that I just enjoy being around, spending time with outside of, you know, No Prep Fam and, you know, YouTube and the show. I say, you know, just to name, you know, a few guys, definitely, you know, outside of Nola, you know, Ryan, I like to go with Adam Jennings, Cody Baker, I don't know, just a few guys. I don't want to single anyone out, but those are a few guys that enjoy hanging out with. Jay Race, good in PA. How's he feeling coming into New England? Really good. Just to hit on that just a touch. I don't want to give too many things away. Obviously being an insider on that team, but we are very excited. You know, how the races have gone so far. Florida went out second round. Virginia went out third round, and then Maple Grove going out in the semis. We're progressing. Scott and Craig the tuner and Mike and Todd, also members on the crew, man, they're just making changes, and they're just striving. I mean, I love being a part of this team and how much drive that Scott and his team have, and the will that they want to win, to even be a part of this team, and to not know 100% the history of everything. But Matthew, no, I can't do that. But it's crazy to me to see the effort that this team puts in, and to see that he hasn't had an NPK win is absolutely insane to me. It really goes to show You know, the guys that go out there and win consistently. Huge props to them. You got to have mad respect. I know everyone says, man, we're tired of seeing Ryan winning, but the work ethic and time and effort and money, everything that goes into these programs is crazy. So huge props to those guys. Russ, nobody won the finals yet. I know some people aren't following social media super close, so the finals have not been ran in Maple Grove yet. It is going to be Jerry Bird versus Robin Roberts. Rod is coming together. Scott will get multiple wins. I think so too. And every weekend we're going in, we expect to win. So I'm glad to be a part of the team. That's for sure. Raymond, your streams have become my go-to to get a no nonsense view of the race. Bless you and your family. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. Like I said, this gig, I seen a question on here. I forget who it was. I was trying to get back to it, but this gig definitely became way more than I expected it to. But I absolutely love it. Being a huge Street Outlaws fan from the very beginning, I never expected to have this many followers, and it's my absolute pleasure to bring that to you guys. I love the pit tour. I've been super busy on Fridays, unfortunately, with what I have going on with Scott, trying to get everything set up and ready for when the fans come in. So like this past week with the rain and everything, God, it was such a mess getting all of our packages and everything set up with the rain on and off, and I didn't get to, obviously I had the first like Saturday edition, might have been my second, but one of my first editions of the pit tour on Saturday, and a shortened one at that because of the weather. So I apologize about that, guys, but I really do love getting around and showing you guys those, and I'm glad you guys like them so much. So just let me know if you guys want to see something else, something more specific. When I'm at the cars, do you want me to slow down at a certain point? Do you want to, I don't know. I know a lot of you have mentioned you want more interviews, so I've tried to do that. I've tried to catch guys. I like to catch them when they're not busy with fans, that's for sure. I mean, those people have paid to be there, and I don't want to take their experience away whatsoever. So I try to catch, if I can catch the drivers when they're not working on their cars and they're not busy with fans, that's when I try to grab some of those short little interviews for you guys. So for you that haven't, be sure to tune into those pit tours. Typically I get those up on Fridays. Edward. Yeah, that's funny. This week's She's Snow Elite. Are y'all gonna post a response to this week's America's List? Actually, we had some work to do today, and we only watched half of the episode so far. So we actually need to watch the second half of the episode, and then maybe tomorrow we could post a little review. We do enjoy doing those, and glad y'all like those as well. If you haven't yet, head on over to Scott Taylor Motorsports, follow his YouTube channel, and his Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. That'd be awesome. Appreciate that. Edward wants live races. Sorry, it's not gonna happen. John, you got it. Hands down. Period. Consider it done. I got your name on a bike. You come to the NPK, I'll get you a bike to ride. Chris, slow down on their laptops. Yeah. Oh yeah. You know those got a tight lock on them. So hyped to meet Scott and all you guys. No, I appreciate that, man. Seriously, if y'all are at the races, I personally love it when y'all holler out, and if you see me, stop me. If I'm not in a crazy super rush with something pressing, I love getting to stop and talk to you guys. Introduce yourselves, introduce myself. Seriously, I just appreciate you guys. So please holler at me. If y'all are coming to the races, send me a message, send me an email, something. Let me know. Give you my number, and y'all can always find me. Typically, during the races, I'm gonna be up as high as I can possibly be to be above everybody. Give y'all a clear shot with the camera. Usually at the 3:30. Sometimes I mix it up and go to the finish line, but yeah, appreciate you guys. Love when y'all stop me there at the races. Dino, you should ask the drivers that have jobs or businesses what they are. Yeah, no, that would be cool. Get to see what these guys do or did before they raced. Yeah, that would be awesome. No, YouTube. What's that?
Your live stream
Yeah.
on YouTube?
Yep.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yep.
Wait, what's your YouTube?
It's No Prep Fam.
No Prep Fam?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, bet.
I hated seeing so many wrecks. Yeah, I hated seeing those wrecks. That was horrible. It really was a all around just a very negative vibe on the evening. It was a rough evening, that's for sure. Don Gray. Yeah, I can put up some links down below. Yep, that's not a problem. Loren, you're doing a fine job. Just do what you do and keep the faith. No, I appreciate that. Hanging with you one weekend. I'm well again. Yes, Rod, you have to make it out. You have been an OG from the beginning. Really appreciate that. Would love to get to hang out with you, man. Yeah, Elite. I agree. That would be cool to get to know. I'll try to remember that question whenever I get to interview the guys. All right, y'all. Been on here, give y'all a rundown of the weekend, and obviously we're here. We're ready for this upcoming weekend, so I'm excited about it. New England Dragway, race number 4, third points race. It's gonna be a good one. Don't miss it. Tune in. Y'all follow me on No Prep Fam, Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, and go ahead and give a like to this video. Appreciate you guys, and we'll be back at it on Friday with your pit tour. Don't miss it. Thanks, guys.